Hey guys, hi. I am so sorry to have ended that last video so abruptly. I did not mean to hit end. I meant to hit pause and I didn't, so I do apologize. That is the Washington Monument, and then right behind it the Capitol building, which is so cool. And then over here we have the Lincoln Memorial. So I'm going to walk through all those people. I'm gonna grit my teeth. It actually isn't that bad. There's not as many people as I thought there would be. So while there's not a lot of people around me, I'll finish my story. Hi. So remember I was telling you about that guest in the last video. I was telling you about that guest who was unconscious. I went from tapping her on the shoulder, miss, are you okay, to tapping her cheek into a full-on whack. Like, nothing. So the first order of business in that case, when someone does not, I'll finish the story before I go up there. When someone does not react to something even as dramatic as a slap, first thought, I yell at my coworker, call the captain, get an AED. Not something you ever want to say or do. But while I was waiting for the AED, I was able to rouse our guest. I'm surprised the planes fly so close to such important monuments here in DC. So before the AED actually got to me, I was able to rouse our guest into speaking, and she had admitted that she was a nervous flyer and she drank alcohol before, like a lot, before she got on the plane, took a Benadryl or two, and then she took a Xanax as well. And I'll tell you, it scared the pants off of me. I can handle almost any medical emergency, and I knew what to do with this if I did need an AED, but holy gosh, scared the pants off me. So, all right, so there, I finished that story. Let's walk up to the Lincoln Monument. I know, my videos are just all over the place and loopy. I'm like, let's be a tourist and let me tell you about this possible life, this woman potentially not surviving a flight, right? All right, I'm gonna pause this because you don't want to see me climbing the steps. Here we go. I think this is pretty, I think pretty amazing to see this in person. Oh my gosh. I'm out of shape. Those stairs. I think this is pretty cool. I'm actually getting kind of emotional right now to see this in person. It's not as big as I thought it was. But oh my gosh, to have seen this and the Liberty Bell and the Grand Canyon and the Hoover Dam, the Great Lakes, to have seen all these places, pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. What a blessing. Needs to be cleaned. He's a little dirty. But with this administration, I'm gonna leave that alone. Okay. I'm going to admit, I don't even know what is written over here. Oh, I know what this is. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing is this? I'll let you look at that. You could pause that and read it if you'd like. Oh wait, there's the part that we all know. All right, there are a lot of people here, but not a crazy number. I'm sorry, am I making you nauseous by all my walking around? 7 years ago. Neat. Oh my gosh. It is very strange to stand here reading it in person. Amazing. All right. I suspect the view will be pretty fantastic leaving. Yeah. Now I see why everyone is sitting on these steps. Look at that. I am so lucky. Look at all the ducks. All right, let me get down here without breaking my neck. Okay, now read this. I'll give you a moment. Did you read that? I'll let that go up one more time. You can pause it. I'm giving you classwork, guys. I've never given you classwork before. Read that. It's not very much. Written in 1858, and we still, as a nation, have not learned our lesson. And something else, another piece of classwork. Read this. Oh, there you go. You can pause it if you need to go read a little slower. Okay, did you get that? Written 1858, and we still haven't learned our lesson as a nation. Shameful. Man, this is such an amazing place. There's an elevator down somewhere. I don't know what is down there. I'm gonna find out though. Well, I found out where the elevator brought me. Right back up here. So, gosh, if you're watching this and you can't climb stairs, there's an elevator up there. Look at that. Look at that. All right, so I'm gonna make my way down these stairs one more time. I'm gonna pause this so I can walk down the stairs and not kill myself. All right, so I'm gonna make my way back over to the bus stop and get back on the bus and see what the next stop is. But you know, I had mentioned that since the bus I was on had broken down, it was sort of fitting with the day that I've had. You know, we got into, let's see, last night we left Vegas around 9, flew to LA, sat for just a few minutes, and then we flew from LA to Baltimore. We got to Baltimore about 7:15, 7:17. When you're a flight attendant, those 2 minutes can count. So we got into Baltimore about 7 something. Got to our hotel room probably about 8:45, maybe a little bit later, and then we checked in. About 20 minutes, I wanted to take a nap before coming into town. About 20 minutes into my nap, knock, 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 housekeeping, and they don't even pause, they just open the door. Now, my failure, because I was so exhausted, I did not lock the door. I did not put my emergency lock on, or the, that flip lock. I did have the hotel do not disturb sign out there, but they didn't notice it apparently. So they just opened the door, knock, 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 open the door. I'm in bed, thankfully, because it would not be a rated G video had you seen me and how I sleep. But I unpacked all of my stuff when I first got in the room, so it's all laid out. So anybody who opened the door would see that I was in the room. Then 5 minutes later, the phone rings. The phone rings. It's the front desk. Housekeeping needs you to check out. You're supposed to be checked out by now. I'm like, excuse me? I just checked in like an hour and a half ago, less. And she's like, oh, no, we have you as checking out this morning. Well, so I said, no, I'm here until tomorrow morning. We don't check out till 4:30 a.m. And she was like, oh, so sorry. And she hung up. Well, I tried getting back to sleep. Impossible, because I was so frustrated. My heart was racing a little bit. And yeah, so mad. Yeah, just it was very frustrating. So I had some emergency Pop-Tarts because we don't get breakfast at this hotel, and a bottle of water. Got on the shuttle to the train station to come into DC, which is super easy, and $14 round trip, a deal. And I missed the previous train, so I had to wait like 45 minutes, no air conditioning. And then when I get here, of course, the tour bus is $40. And then it breaks down on the first stop. Whatever. But I'm in DC. It's a beautiful day. I'm seeing some amazing historical landmarks. And you're with me, right? So what could go wrong? So I was going to walk over to my bus stop, which I think I've passed a significant bit away. And then I just realized that this, I believe, coming up is the Korean War monument. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to try and be as respectful as I can. While filming, I will not be chatting because I think that would just be rude. But let's approach from the front. We'll walk past it and then head back to my bus stop. Oh, all right. I said I wasn't going to talk, right? How haunting is that? How haunting is that? Oh my God. Again, I wasn't going to talk, but no one's around me. This totally captures what I would imagine it would have been like for this platoon to be walking through enemy territory. Amazing. I'm sorry for the shaky camera. Beautiful. Look at that. Dead 54,246 Americans. The UN 600,200. Oh, God, that's amazing. Missing. And you know how amazing this is right now? The sign just said that coins damaged the fountain. And you can see that no one has thrown a coin in there. I'm so glad. One sec. I'm going to capture this one sign. Freedom is not free. Our nation honors her sons and daughters who answered the call to defend a country they never knew and a people they never met. Look at these sort of ghostly images etched into the marble. Again, I wasn't going to talk, right? I've been talking the whole time. Amazing. Can't even imagine. And the Vietnam Memorial is supposed to be nearby. Let's see if I can find that. If not, I'm gonna hop on my bus. Oh, there's my bus way over there. I don't think I'll make it. Apparently, let's see, right after these trees is the White House. Right back there. I'm not gonna get out of the bus at the White House. That's about as close as I want to get to our administration. Again, not to bring politics into this, but yeah. Plus, it's almost 4 o'clock, and I want to be heading back towards the Union Station where I can get the train back to the hotel. So this is what much of the tour is like. You see a lot of DC traffic. I'm on, oh, I should have mentioned what I'm doing. I'm taking the, it's called the Big Bus tour. And so you plug your headphones into this thing. And it's supposed to give you a little, audio tour of the city, but there's so little information. It's just a good thing that we have such great landmarks to look at. And there is the Washington Monument one more time. A popular place to drive by. Yeah, there's one of the other buses there. It's called Big Bus Tour. The red loop alone is $40. If you're gonna do this on a layover, go to the little stand or kiosk that's out on the sidewalk, probably under an umbrella. It was $40 to get on the red loop alone. When I went to the kiosk inside of Union Station, it was $50. I'm not quite sure why it was $10 more for the same loop, but if you want to save $10, go to the kiosk, the little stand outside right in front of the bus. Pro tip. Oops. Huh. That's the Museum of American History. American History Museum. And I'm kind of only including that here because I can make a mental note to just come back here next time instead of maybe doing one of these tours. Oh, here it is. I thought it was that big giant building over there. It's right there. So I want to come here next time. If you have been there, what is your favorite thing in the museum? Leave a comment below. Another mental note for myself is to visit the National Museum of Natural History. That's another visit in the future. This is a lot of the stuff I haven't been showing you about this tour. I've hinted at it a few minutes ago, but this is pretty much most of the tour around DC. You see on the red loop, you'll see a good-sized handful of, really spectacular sights. But then, oh, my finger's over the camera. You see a lot of this for. Apparently, it takes about 2 hours for this red loop tour, and a majority of that 2 hours is spent doing this, sitting in traffic. Yeah, fun. So again, it's probably close to 4 o'clock now. I'm gonna stay on this tour until we get to Union Station, which is where you can get the train back to near the hotel, or to the airport, where the shuttle will pick us up. Chinatown. This arch coming up cost $1 million. Apparently, it's all wood. There's no glue or nails involved in the building of it. Can you see me in the reflection? Yeah, I'm bored. That is Ford Theater, where Lincoln was shot. Apparently he died right there. How novel is that? And here's something else I want to go to on a future trip. It's called the Museum. It's a museum. It's a way of seeing our history through the eyes of the free press. And that on the front is actually the First Amendment to the Constitution. And here the tour wraps up at Union Station, which is, I don't know if you can see it. So Union Station's right there. That's where the train station is, and that's where the bus, you get the bus. And right over there is the Capitol building. So honestly, next time I come here, I could literally just walk down towards the Capitol building, probably off to the right, to find some of the museums I'd really like to go to. But there you go. I think I might continue this little video on into Union Station as I try to find my train and where I figure out where I'm going. That'd be fun. There's the bus. And I have to say, like I complained a couple times, I was a little bored because we just watched so much traffic during that whole tour. Oh, look at this architecture, huh? Look at that. I complained a bit about just being so bored because there was just so much traffic. And that's not the tour bus's problem or fault, because it's DC. But yeah, whatever. $40, well worth the cost, I think, because I got a really good sense of the city and future places I want to go to, and I got to see some really amazing things. And this is, speaking of amazing things, this is Central. This is what did I just say this was? Union Station. Makes me think of New York City. On camera, this looks sort of greenish. I think that's mostly because of all the gold leaf on the ceiling, but look, Shake Shack. Shake Shack is coming to the Las Vegas airport, Terminal B. Very excited. All right, so part of the experience of being a flight attendant is going on these little adventures by yourself and then having to look at this train's schedule and not even knowing what I'm doing. So in a moment, I'm going to put this camera down and focus on finding my train. I'm hoping my ticket shows me where I have to go, or tells me something. But if not, I'm sure there's a help desk. First stop is to, oh my God. All right, so do you remember when cupcakes were a real big thing? Magnolia Bakery in Greenwich Village was the place to get cupcakes, and they opened a place here. So guess who's getting a cupcake and something cold to drink? Let's walk in. Those are cute. Oh, look. It's not really a lot. I think I might just skip it. Yeah, I'm gonna skip it. Nothing, those are cute, but whatever. All right, I'm gonna put the camera down, let you guys go. Thanks for joining me on this trip. on this layover. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you on the next time when I'm back in Las Vegas. My next layover of any length is going to be my first trip of next month, and that is Orlando. And my plan is to go to SeaWorld. We'll see what happens, though. I'll talk to you guys later. Fly safe. Oh, H&M. Squirrel. Bye.